Hello and welcome to Berwick Speedway's Total Access Show with myself, Scott Frame. Joining me this week is Bandits number 3, Jye Etheridge, to look back over two big wins over the Redcar Bears in the Cab Direct Championship at the weekend, and of course to look ahead to Friday's KO Cup match against Scunthorpe and our home match against the Plymouth Gladiators. Jye, Friday was a nice way to kind of get the loss. I'd make amends for the loss against Plymouth. We get that one back. We also take 5 big league points for the two meetings. Just to look at Friday just quickly, it was a good meeting for the boys, but strangely with it all, when you go away from home, sometimes there can be that anxiety to kind of get it over the line, but it didn't really seem that way for the guys on Friday. There was an air of calmness about the place.
Yeah, I think everyone just chipped in and everyone was riding pretty well on that. So we knew if we done that, we could get the win. And I think that's pretty well what everyone done.
Exactly, and we seem to take that into Saturday night as well. Although it was never going to be easy. I mean, Redcar, we know that anytime Redcar come to Shieldfield, they're always going to give us run us close, and that proved to be the way. And I think halfway through the meeting, I think we got about 8 points ahead, but that then allows Redcar to use a tactical substitute, which they did to their advantage, and kept the guys honest. But I guess it shows the kind of depth of character within the side that when these meetings are getting close, that we can get over the line.
Yeah, definitely. We knew obviously the win on Friday night was good, but we couldn't take it easy on Saturday. As like they're a good side as well, so we let them kind of back in it a little bit towards the end. I think that's mid-meeting kind of where it disappeared last week against Poole. We kind of kept on top of it a bit more this week. But then, yeah, they kind of had a bit of a sniff, but then we shut it out with Richard and Rory in 15.
Were you able to use those battle scars from the Poole match and the kind of Redcar meeting? Was there any chat of that last week won't happen again, and we kind of need to drive forward here and make sure that we get the win on the board?
Yeah, definitely. We probably kept the track grades and that a bit more consistent to keep the track how we want it. Obviously, we knew what to do if the track went like it did against Poole. So it was, yeah, we said that was our first and last loss at home this year, and hopefully we can stick by that.
For a personal point of view, Jye, it was a good weekend for yourself, scoring some big points at Redcar and at home. Some good race wins and amongst those as well. Good for your confidence, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Riding the 2 times a week is a lot better than riding once a week or once every fortnight. So I'd still like to be riding a lot more to keep busy on the bikes and stuff. But no, it was a good weekend for myself. Obviously made a mistake at Berwick after the first race and changed the bike, and it didn't work at all in the second one. So got that sorted and then went out firing and had speed in the last few. So it was a very good weekend all round, really.
When I noticed the guys in the live stream when they were talking about the riders they would be looking at for Heat 15, they were kind of saying that you were the one that was kind of getting out the gate, and I probably couldn't agree more with that. That you're getting at the weekend both at Redcar and Berwick was excellent. Is there anything you've changed in the last couple of weeks?
No, nothing's changed. Everything's the same. It's just obviously getting a few more meetings under my belt and trying to keep a bit busier, really. So that's all it is. You just need more meetings and stuff like that. Where I'd like to be riding every second day if possible, because you just go to the tapes and you don't think it's just the same thing over and over again. So nothing's changed. I just had a good weekend, and hopefully that's the roll on for the rest of the year now.
And obviously, as you say, another 2 matches this weekend will be good for your bike time.
Yeah, definitely. So another 2 matches Friday, Saturday, which is good. Just get in the routine of that every week. So yeah, I can't complain.
So this week, as we say, the Bandits travel to Scunthorpe in the Knockout Cup. They take an 18-point advantage into that one. At time of recording, I do need to say is that we're unsure whether Louis going to be fit enough to take his place at number one. His place will be dependent on a fitness test that he will do this week, which would always be before our recording anyway. So look out on the Bandit socials for an update on who will be racing at number one on Friday and Saturday. As I say, that's dependent on a fitness test that Louis got to go through this week. But even at that, Jye, looking at the Scunthorpe match, we've put ourselves in an excellent position. It was one of those nights at Shieldfield where everybody just seemed to click at the one time, and it's put us in a very strong position to go through to the next round. That being said, nothing can be taken for granted because Scunthorpe equally are excellent on their home track, and the guys are really going to need to be on this to get it over the line.
Yeah, definitely. Scunthorpe are strong there, and we can't take anything for granted whatsoever. Look at the Ipswich Sheffield final last year. Ipswich were 18 points up, and everyone thought that they had it, and they probably were a bit calmer and weren't too stressed. Where this is, it's level again. It's another meeting. We're going there to win the meeting. We're not thinking, oh, we've got 18 points and all that. Now we want to go there and win, definitely.
Do you think that's where kind of the experienced guys in the team will work to our advantage in terms of Stuart being a team manager for so long, Rory, about the place yourself, plenty of experience there, but to make sure that there's nobody being complacent there and they know that we've got to go there and do a job?
Yeah, definitely. That would be 100% the first thing that Stuart would say on our team talk before the start of the meeting. So we know, we obviously have that lead, but we don't want to give them anything. We want to go there and win and show that we're going to hopefully go back there and do that again later on in the season.
Absolutely. It's such a tight league though, Jye, isn't it? With everybody just as good as one another, it would seem at times. And it moves me on to kind of Saturday's meeting against Plymouth. They've unfortunately been without their number one in 𝙂𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 this season. But again, we're unsure at time of recording who they will have at number one. But we've seen two of the riders on Saturday night in terms of Dan Thompson and Ben Barker. So we know they're going to come and they're going to have that kind of solid unit and guys that have got recent experience at Shieldfield. But for the Bandits' point of view, it's kind of keeping the train on the track, so to speak. There was, obviously, we've mentioned it at the track in Saturday, we've mentioned in a highlight show and stuff, that the Bandits did go top of the league, and despite it being early season, it's been a number of years, even early season or however you want to put it, unless if it was alphabetical order, the Berwick's actually been top of the league. So we've got to enjoy it, but at the same time, it's building again points and making sure to build a wee bit of a lead to take to Plymouth to contend for bonus points, etc. as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a good saying that we're top of the league, but we want to be saying that when the season's finished. So we just just got to keep pushing and riding how we are, especially how we did everyone on the weekend at both matches. So if we all connect and ride as one all together in the one night, I think we'll be very hard to beat. I don't think it's happened yet that everyone's been scoring massive points and stuff, but it won't be far away, and we'll be all doing that every week.
I know it's probably looking a wee bit too far into the future, but fans are obviously getting a wee bit more excited, and there's a lot more optimism than there has been there previously, for good reason, as you could say, quite harshly, really. But looking at the side, and Rory said that from the winter, this is a kind of playoff side, and it's probably managing your season to make sure that you get into those playoffs. Would that be your kind of thought process as well? Is that you've just said it there. It's not about being top of the league just now. It's being top of the league at the end of the season. But theoretically, make sure you get in those top four, and everybody's got a clean slate.
Yeah, definitely. That's 100% the main thing. Get to that top four. That's all we want. Then the season starts again. So that's definitely what we need, and what the club and town need as well, for the support and everything that they've had over the years, and the big crowds that are coming week in, week out at the moment. we need to show them that we're willing to get there and want to do it all for them and have their backs the whole way, which is good. They're an awesome support, and we've been getting really good crowds at away matches with the Bandits fans, which is awesome. We all love to see, and obviously kicks us on that bit more.
We've seen a few of the guys as well. They've been racing this week. I'm sure there's a tinge of jealousy there. You did say earlier on in the interview that you would look to be riding every second day. See Drew's out in Poland. Freddie's been racing in the National League. Obviously, Baston's got some European commitments as well. But that bike time can only benefit the Bandits, can't it? The more, as you say, you go to tapes and you don't think about it, that can only benefit us as we're going forward.
Yeah, definitely. It's perfect for the younger guys as well. Like, just getting on their bike and riding. So obviously, yeah, I'm jealous because I want to be doing that. But no, it's perfect for them and perfect for us as a club as well.
Absolutely. And obviously there's going to be promoters watching this. They always do. They say they don't, but they do because they want to know what's going on. For your point of view, Jye, you're obviously looking for that kind of Premiership team or a team to be riding a wee bit extra as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to be racing both leagues, and I've got to put the results in championship to show that I'm willing and I'm ready and everything like that. So obviously, once I start scoring more and more, it hopefully should happen.
Absolutely. And as we say, we face off against the Plymouth Gladiators on Saturday night at Shieldfield, and you can buy your tickets at berwickspeedway.com/tickets for that one. You'll get a discounted rate until Friday at midnight, and tickets are still on sale right up until start time on Saturday night. You can pay to turnstiles, but that is cash only, and you can keep up to date with all things Bandits: Facebook, X, Instagram, anywhere you can get social media. We'll be on it promoting the club correctly without spelling mistakes, hopefully from time to time as well. But until next week, thank you very much, Jye, for joining me on Total Access in place of obviously Greg Blair, who's abandoned us this week. But Jye, thank you very much for joining us, buddy, and we'll see you all next week, and we'll see you all at Shieldfield Park on Saturday as the Bandits take on the Plymouth Gladiators. From me, goodbye.